104-year-old Dorothy Hoffner, who made history as the oldest person to parachute from a plane, has died. News.com has learned that on Monday, October 9, a little over a week after her historic jump, Hoffner passed away peacefully in her sleep. The Chicago native performed her last tandem skydive from a plane at Skydive Chicago Airport in Ottawa, Illinois, about 80 miles southwest of Chicago on October 1. The Chicago Sun-Times reported Hoffner passed away in her sleep. The news reportedly came as a shock to those who knew her, as she was seen as an active person and continued to sit for interviews with interested outlets. In fact, she had an interview scheduled with a German magazine on the day she died. Close friend Joe Conant expressed his surprise of her death to the Chicago Tribune, saying, "She was just indefatigable. She just kept going." Hoffner's friends do not believe there was any connection between her passing and her recent skydiving feat, the Chicago Sun-Times reported. Hoffner's interest in skydiving began 4 years ago when Conant, her caregiver, mentioned his plans to go skydiving. Hoffner enthusiastically expressed her desire to join him and made her first jump on her 100th birthday. In the spring of 2023, Hoffner told Conant that she wanted to do it again, and they realized it could potentially be a record-breaking jump. Guinness World Record officials were invited to attend, and a large group gathered in Ottawa to witness the historic moment, including some old neighbors from Jefferson Park. According to WLS-TV, after the jump, Skydive Chicago was certifying Hoffner's achievement with the Guinness World Records. The oldest skydiver title was previously earned by 103-year-old Linnea Ingegard Larsson from Sweden in May 2022. Footage of Hoffner skydiving went viral around the world, but despite the achievement, Hoffner did not care much for the record or the focus on her age, calling it ridiculous. When she landed from her final jump, she conveyed the timeless message, "Age is just a number." Adding, "The whole thing was delightful, wonderful, couldn't have been better." Afterward, she invited every reporter who reached out to join her for dinner. During the meal, she asked them as many questions as they did her, the Chicago Sun-Times reported. Hoffner, who spent her entire life in Chicago, worked for Illinois Bell Telephone Company and made 25 cents an hour when she started the job. By the time she was 104, she had spent just as many years retired as she had working. She had never married but always had good friends in her neighborhood. In her actions, she became an inspiration to many, showing that it's never too late to take the thrill of a lifetime. A spokesperson for Skydive Chicago and U.S. Parachute Association, where she performed her last jump, expressed their honor of being able to host her last skydiving experience, which they saw as serving as a cap to her exciting, well-lived life. Skydiving is an activity that many of us safely tuck away in our bucket lists. But Dorothy reminds us that it's never too late to take the thrill of a lifetime, the facility wrote in a statement with the U.S. Parachute Association per the Chicago Tribune. Hoffner was to turn 105 in December. Conant said funeral arrangements are expected in early November.